Hi, friends. Hi. Happy Sunday and welcome to our puppet making session. We are going to be working on little Tracy. And Tracy is a co-worker of my mom's at the school. And it's all mentioned in the description. So we're, not going to dive into the entirety of all that. If you want more of the story, I'm sure some of it will emerge as I what's the word? Give a play-by-play, I guess is the best way I can describe it. We're going to switch cameras shortly here, and Mama is going to go to the table and start working on putting the rest of little Tracy together. So far, she is a face. And we've recently, I guess we'll explain it when we get her all in the screen. So let me go do that. Switch over to the other screen. Where is that switcheroony there? Okay, the switcheroony over to, and there we have little Tracy as she currently is. We're going to turn around the mic so that we can get that done. There we go. And I'll show you just in the foreground there. We've got some paint and we've got some eyes drying. We made those out of, actually, we'll get Mama over into the picture so she can show you a little bit of the supplies. Now, as we do this, we are going to have to turn our monitor around, so we will just get that done, and then we can show you a little bit better what we are doing. Okay. Oh no, I lost one of my earrings. See it down there. Okay, we'll get that fixed after. Earrings are not so important in the moment as we are getting to work on little Tracy here. So I am going to just put our coffee down, and we are going to turn this gently around so we can see the screen, so Mama can see the screen, and we can answer any questions as they come up. Excuse Mama. And there we go. Just some of the items on the memory board behind her. I guess those are kind of private, but that's okay. We'll share. We're all about sharing, right? Okay, so what we have here, Mama's going to pull them up. These are going to be, should show them to you with her wrinkly hands. So these are going to be Miss Tracy's new eyes. You can see that they are currently just little fuzzies with some pins in them. So that's not going to work for the long term. Those were just put there temporarily, so Mama could kind of see what she would look like. Now, since the last time we took a picture of her, we have added the plastic to her jaw. So that is the heavy plastic in there, and it is actually made from, I'll just show you, they're cutting mats that I get from the dollar store, and you can see where we cut out already. We are also going to be replacing Edgar's because originally Mama used that really thick poster boardy type stuff. I don't know even what to call it. Bristol board? I don't know. It's really thick. And we had some black stuff and some white stuff, and we use black stuff. Here, I'll get Mama to bring Edgar over. He's inside out right now. Do not be alarmed by the way he looks. He's inside out right now. So you can see she used that black stuff. That's the black stuff we're talking about. And it's not very durable. And so we are replacing that with the cutting mat. And you can get quite a few of those because those are actually, I think Mama has. There it is. Mama leave the little pattern. We do have a pattern. It's two half circles. Makes almost a circle when you got it like that, but it's two half circles, one on top, one on bottom. So we done that. And we started, we used paint to make a bamboo spoon. We got the bamboo spoon. So that's, well, this one has a picture on it. Some of them got into the hands of some kids. But this one has a picture on it. The other one, the one that we used, was just plain and blank. And we painted it with just a smidge of acrylic paint. And we used the ivory white because we like that it is almost completely white, but not completely. Because, you know, eyes, I don't think they should be completely red. And this is a matte color, so this is good. If she decides she ever wants to do the video and that sort of thing, it won't reflect. That's the problem. If you use something like just a plastic spoon, you are going to get reflection. So it needs to be sanded if you're going to use that. But we like that we have found the bamboo spoons because they are nice and easy to paint, and they make a nice eye for what we need. We are also going to be practicing with some resin ones, but that's not right now. So we're going to aim the camera down a little bit. And I just wanted to get Mama to point out to you the eye that we have here. These used to be my eyes, and the that part was blue, but we were experimenting, and Mama painted it with a little bit of green because Miss Tracy, the teacher in real life, has green eyes. So we were checking that out and checking out how it will, of course you can't see how that works. So we were checking out how it would look. I'll show you that, how we thought it was going to look with my old eyes. Okay, so that was how it would look. But of course, we didn't think that we wanted to have blue on there. Blue eyeshadow is not really in style. It looks awesome on me if I do say so myself, but it's not for everybody, and I don't think it's quite for Miss Tracy. So we thought we would try it with her own color, same as the skin. And so that's what we're going to do on the actual eye that we are currently building for her. So I will just get Mama to put that up there as best as she can so you can kind of see what we're meaning. Whoops. Kind of see what we're meaning. It's a little bright in that spot there, but you get the idea, and hopefully in a minute or two, you will see exactly what we mean. So I'm actually going to have, oh, that's a kind of bright spot where Mama is trying to work. Kind of difficult for you to see, my fans, my friends. And of course, my computer's in the way there. That's not very good. Maybe if we go down like that, move that out of the way. Move that out of the way, Mama. And yeah, I can. Oh, well, if you stand in the way of the light, then people can see what you're doing. It's a little difficult there. Okay, well. So basically what we're going to do is like just kind of put the eyelid on. The eyelid is the same fur as what she has as her skin. And so we're just going to put a little bit of droops. I don't know whether we should use the glue gun, Mama, or maybe we should use another type of glue. Yours like the glue gun, I know. Oh, get it in the picture. So we're thinking something like that. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see what it is aiming to look like as compared to that one. Okay. But Mama is thinking maybe we should consider another type of glue. Perhaps. Okay, so we're not quite sure about this one, but we do have the fabric fusion. She's had it for a while. And I think that this might be a better choice. You can see it on her finger. There we go. Yeah, so it's just like that. And it says that it dries clear. And I think it might be a better choice than the glue gun because it will be a little bit better at drying on flat. I kind of want that with. And Mama's just going to smooth that out with her fingers. And so you can kind of see how that is. And that was not very good at gluing. No, that kind of just soaked into the fabric and didn't do much at all. Okay, so that's not going to work. I don't know. I don't want to use the rubber cement. That's not very awesome. I don't think white glue's going to do. We do have the spray adhesive, but then we need to go to the workshop because we don't have really awesome ventilation in here. So I think we are just going to glue gun it. Uh-oh, we need more sticks. We position the camera. And Mama puts the next glue stick in. And then she's just going to squeeze it on. And she's going to even it out. And then we're going to very quickly put that piece of fabric on there. And she just folded it over just a smidge so that it has that nice smooth line, and we see where it needs just a smidge more. There we go. And now she's going to put it all around the inside. And squeeze down. And then she likes to smush it all over just a bit because that way it smooths it down just a little bit. Now we can see there's one place that needs a little bit more glue. So that it's nice and secure. And we can see that this side needs to come over just a bit so that it is even. And so we are going to be adding just a little bit of color in between. But for now, we'll be putting it just about there. Oh, of course, I need to switch. There we go. It's a little hard to see maybe if we move her just a little closer. We can get an idea of what's that looking like. Now, of course, there's still some space between the eye and her skin, but we'll be getting to that as we move along. So I'm going to just move her back. Mama's just going to move her back. And we're going to take this little piece and we're going to put it on the other eye. Because, of course, we are not going to. So we'll put that on the other eye. And doing the same process, we'll go down. So you can see it is the same process that we did before. Just get the glue on and smooth it out, and then right across, and then over. Oh, that's really hard to see. The lighting is not awesome, I must say. I apologize for that as we're trying to show you up in detail what we're doing, because it really isn't very expensive to actually make the puppet, depending on the materials you use. Now, in this case, because it is a puppet that we're giving away and not one that we're charging for, we are doing things a lot of recycle and repurposing, and a lot from things that we already have in our craft collection. Now you will see that this piece of fabric does have a little bit of green on it. I don't know. Yeah, we'll get that up and close. Mama can show you. So we can't see it in the camera so good. Oh, maybe you can there. So there's a little bit of a green that Mama had. I think that's from, what should I call it? The watercolor markers. So hopefully that will come off. Hopefully that will come off. So we can pull out that eye. And we're going to pull it up. I'll show you again. This is the temporary eyes. So now we're going to choose a nice little color to go across there, so that will finish it off nicely. We just want to choose what we're going to use, whether it is going to be a brown or a gray, or maybe we can use a little purple. Oh, no, that's not the purple, but I think we're going to stick with more human colors. So there's a little brown that we had left over. And of course, we're only going to be using a little tiny speck of it right across. So we're going to cut that off. Of course, need 2 pieces. Where are the scissors? Oh, there's some scissors. So we're just going to cut 2 thin wee pieces. If you're just joining me, I am just doing some puppet making a little Tracy. There we go. And what I have just done is cut a little piece of that felt, and you can see there, it gives it a nice finished look, as opposed to my original eyes, which I will come up and put on my other side of Miss Tracy's face as we get the other piece on. Oh, I'm sorry. I know that I meant to talk, but sometimes when we get concentrating on the task at hand, it gets so easy not to talk. So Mama's just going to dribble a very thin line bead along the bottom, and then we're going to move the little piece of brown, and because this is going to be the left eye, we're going to have it go just a smidge outside of the eye. Okay, so we're gonna place the eye there, and you can see that it looks just a little more done, and so we're going to do the same thing with this eye. Just stretch it a little so it's a little bit longer than the eye, and again I'm just going to put that in her hair and very thin line of hot glue all along that bottom, and then we pull the little piece of fur and make it line the eye, and there we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna back her up now. You can see. There we go. And her hair at this point is just pinned in. We are going to add a little pink streak in here. We're going to add these little 2 curls. Are going to be, well, maybe it will be 3. We'll have to see. It'll either be 2 or 3 curls here. Will be pink, just like the real Miss Teacher Tracy. So there you have the beginning of her eyes. They aren't quite installed yet because we are going to have to paint the green onto them so that they will be like her real eyes. And before we install them, I am going to make sure that some glasses fit on her so that they will, so they should be able to wear her glasses. Another couple of things that we are going to be adding on here is that we have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and that is going to be for making her ears. Because of course, if she's going to wear glasses, and this is why we have not installed her eyes or her nose or anything permanently yet, because we do want to make sure we get all the dimensions right as we create the ears and finish off the eyes. So I'm just going to lay that there like that. And of course, we're going to see what other features we might need to be adding. We're planning on some eyelashes, maybe some what's the word? Lips. Yes, we're going to do a little lipstick, and we're going to show you what we had in mind with another half done puppet head, but it does show you we're thinking this one does not have the hard plastic in there. It has just some foamy foam. It is not very awesome. Not very awesome for our purposes, but that gives you an idea. We were thinking of just adding in some lips. So we've got that, and we are also going to be adding on the inside. I'm going to just use a pom-pom to show you because it really does add a little bit of a touch when you have the tongue inside. So there we go. Yeah, you can kind of see what would look like. Whoopsie! Half our eye fall off. There we go. So that gives you that, it fell off again. Okay, well, I'm going to pick that up or have Mama pick it up. And we'll put it on her face and we'll continue on to the next part. And just again, so you have an idea, Mama will put my eye back on there. So you can kind of see, because it's kind of awkward, I think so. A little bit awkward when you don't have. Now, there we go. Okay. Mama says that she needs to have a little bit of a drink. So as she finishes up that little sip of coffee, we will move the mixer plate out of the way so we can access our paints. And we know that we are going to be using some green. That one there is, hi, I noticed there's a live viewer out there. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions as we go along. Mama is just trying to show off the paint that we're going to use for making the irises of the teacher's eyes, of Tracy's eyes. There we go. This is little Tracy. Oh, we lost our live viewer. I'm so sad about that. But excuse, Mama. Excuse. So she is going to use this phthalo green, and I think we should mix it with something a little bit. Maybe a little bit of, yeah, the yellow ochre. Yeah, I think so. That's what we're gonna do. So that's the yellow ochre. Ta-da! So those two colors we're gonna use. We'll mix them together and then draw them onto the eyeball that we have created. Now we are going to practice a little bit first because you don't want to have to start all over. And if you mess up on coloring the eyeball, sometimes you have to start all over again. We have had to do that before. So we want to be very careful and practice a little bit before we do it. But the first step, of course, is going to be mixing the color. Now that we have the two tubes, we're going to put the box out of the way. And we'll bring the mixing thing back. Get that out of the way. And I'll bring the mixing one back. So we're going to want to make, there we go, because we're going to show you that we kind of want to make it about the size of the little pom-pom. We want to make it the size of the little pom-pom. So maybe what Mama will try to do once we mix the right color is actually use the pom-pom as a little stamp. And we'll see whether that works. So you can see what we started with was the bamboo spoon. And then Mama painted it with the ochre. Well, of course, first she cut off the end of it so that it would just be the eye. And yeah, so we have that part there. Cut it and then painted it. And then we added the fur and that. So our next step is adding the color to the iris. So we're going to try and find the space within our little thing that is clean. It's important to dump your little clean, dump your paint into a clean area. So we're going to start with this, the green. And what we're going to do to start, I think, yes, Mama is going to paint a little bit of the white onto the stick so that we can do some test runs. And then once we're done the test runs, then we'll put it on the actual eye. So she just rubs it on with her fingers. We don't bother much with an actual paintbrush or anything like that. We just put it on with the fingers. That's kind of all she has done. Just put it on with the fingers. And it takes just a couple moments to dry. It's just plain old acrylic paint. So it doesn't really take long to dry. So while she sets that aside and it is drying, and she looks around for me. We don't have a sink in here. So you know what? She's going to just put up my eyes onto Tracy, my old eyes onto Tracy. So the old eyes are on Tracy for now so that we can get the view. See, that's my old eyes on Tracy. So she's coming along quite well, as you can see. We're just going to put her actual eyes. Uh-oh, where's the other eye, Mom? I don't see it in the mess. Oh, there it is. Okay, so put that on there. We've got her eyes. Yes, there we go. Ta-da. Okay, and I'm just going to take that view down so you can see down below on the churro candle container are Miss Little Tracy's new eyes. So I'm just going to leave that there for a moment. Mama is clearing the little table area just so that it looks a little clearer what we're doing. Hopefully we can get our lighting arrangement fixed up a little bit so that we can show it a little bit better what we are doing. Uh-oh. Mama just noticed that there's a smudge, so she's just going to rub a little more. I guess good thing that she didn't already wash her hands already. But it should only take a couple moments more for that to dry. Where'd that come from? Oh, okay, that's the fabric fusion. I guess we could make this go down and show what she's doing as far as that goes. But it looks so much cuter to see Miss Tracy's face as it comes along. What do you think? I don't know. I don't have any live viewers out there to actually really ask which is better. I'm going to take that head out of the way. I can put that in the corner. I've already showed you that I am going to add some lips and a tongue and some ears to Miss Stacy. Stacy is Tracy. I don't know what I said, Tracy. Okay. Anyways. Okay, it is dry on Mama's hand. And Mama was just going to do a little bit more. I'll put this down so you can see that we are dropping the colors. Oh, this one might not be one we can use. Looks like it might have been sitting too long. It looks a little dry on top. We'll see whether we can get anything out of it at all. But it does need a pin. Sometimes Mama leaves her art supplies for 1,000 years too long, and then they got booked, and it was a waste of money. So do use your supplies. When you buy them, you should use them and enjoy them, because if you don't, you might lose the use of them completely. It looks like Mama was able to get a skewer down the end, so we may have some luck getting some paint out of there yet, but we're not sure. Oh, it is coming out, but it's really, really thick. It's not really a painty consistency at all. So that's yuck. That's not gonna work, but hopefully, okay, we can see if we have another shade that will work in its place. Meanwhile, this is probably, oh, look at that. Ta-da, the green. but it's a little too green. You know what I mean? It's going to be too green to be a nice eye. You want to add something to it, see? And that's why, because if I'll actually show you, this is dry enough to show you. Boom. So you see how that kind of green is not, there we go. It's not, and I know this is not the right shape or anything, but it's just too green. And it won't look very good as an eye. So we need to adjust that color and make it more eye-like. That's the best way I can describe it, is we want to make it more eye-like. And I'm not really sure how we're going to do that since my yellowy stuff there. It's not quite going to work. So we're going to go digging into the collection. And we'll move this out of the way again. Move that out of the way again. So this out of the way. Okay, we've been going for 36 minutes, and Mama says that she. Okay, we do have it in another. And that one's never been opened, so it should work. Okay, so we'll get that one. Maybe we'll get a little bit of brown. I know her eyes are not brown, but maybe we mix it a little with the green and we can get those out. And we might play with them just a little bit. We are not going to use any black, but we will probably need some white. So we're going to make sure that they bring out the whites, because we're gonna use that for highlights. Okay, but I am gonna sign off for now, and we will continue with some of the additions to Miss Tracy the Puppet next time. You're just wondering if you're not interested in the puppet making ones, and I guess I should have said that in the beginning, but I didn't. If you're not interested in the puppet making ones, you only want to hear about business or anti-M&M and that sort of stuff, that's fine. You just want to avoid the ones. I'm going to have all of these listed as puppet making and have the whole story. This is number 1. And if you like it, but you're like, I need this to be way simplified, you will be able to catch the making of Sean Boston, the condensed version, very soon. And this, Tracy the Puppet, the condensed version, will be making one after she is complete. So that's all for now, my friends. Thank you for joining me. If you are joining me on the replay, which is everybody, because nobody joined me for this, but that's okay. Yes, I'm not complaining. I know you have lives and things to do. But yeah, this is Tracy the Puppet Part 1, and this is Paige the Puppet signing off on the play-by-play of the making of Tracy the Puppet. Bye-bye for now, friends. Bye-bye for now. Yeah, turn it off, Mama. Hit that.